Hello again, everybody. In this week 10 of Process Modeling Unit online lecture recording video, we will discuss the dynamic simulation of distributed systems. So, if we have a transient distributed model, we will have a set of partial differential equations. Partial differential equations are equations that describe a variable in two or more dimensions. A variable in two dimensions is a surface, or you can visualize it as a surface. So as a result, PDE describes how the surface is changing in the two coordinates. There are two types of unsteady state PDEs, parabolic and hyperbolic partial differential equations. So parabolic PDE is also called a diffusion type PDE. It can be visualized as smooth out the initial conditions in space. So a process that can be described by this parabolic PDE or diffusion type PDE will be a conduction, viscosity, and dispersion. So this parabolic or diffusion type PDE will have a mathematical expression described by this particular equation. So this equation basically give the most general form of this parabolic or diffusion type PDE. Okay, so as stated in the expressions in here, we have this time, and then this z basically represents one of the position coordinates. So to solve this parabolic PDE, we need an initial conditions and also a boundary condition. Okay, in here it's shown that it has a first order with respect to time and second order with respect to space. Okay, the next one will be the hyperbolic PDE or wave type PDE. So for this particular PDE, basically it let the initial condition travel in space as waves. And a process that represent this or can be described by this hyperbolic PDE or wave type PDE will be convection in material, momentum and energy balances. This expression in here shows the general form of the hyperbolic PDE or wave type PDE. Okay, because it comes with a time in the denominator, and then also with the position coordinate variables in the denominator. So you need an initial conditions and also a boundary condition to solve this PDE. Okay, as stated in this expression, it is second order with respect to time, and it's also second order with respect to space. Hyperbolic PDE or wave type PDE have a special type. Okay, the special type in here is called the first order hyperbolic PDE or convection type PDE. It has this form in here where basically it's first order with respect to time and also first order with respect to space as well. How do we solve these PDEs? We use the same method that we used in the previous week, which is the method of lines. Okay, this method of lines can solve parabolic and hyperbolic PDEs. It basically discretizes the partial differential equation in space to give a set of ordinary differential equations in time. This ODE in turn can be solved using an ODE solver in MATLAB. If we use a method of lines, we will have a large set of ordinary differential equations in time. Okay, there are several ways to do the discretization. In here, we will inspect in particular the finite difference method. Finite volume and finite element is also available, but we will not discuss in here. So the same general steps that we show in the previous week, we utilize again in here. Okay, so the first step will be choose a mesh on the interval AB. Okay, where we have an n internal grid points. Okay, again, for the grid points, we use a fixed value increment. So the increment from here to here will be the same. It will be h. Okay, let's say this point will be I, this one will be I plus 1, this one will be I minus 1. Okay, so we use a fixed increment. Okay, so that this value can be derived, where h, or the step size, will be b minus a divided by the internal grid point plus 1, so that the next point can be approximated by this xi plus 1 will be xi plus h. Okay, and then we approximate the derivatives by a difference method. Then we apply the derivative approximations on the PDE for each mesh point. This result in an ODE for the internal mesh points. Okay, and then we may have two different variations. One is Newman BCs and the other one is Dirichlet BCs. If we have Newman BCs, then we apply the approximation on the PDE at the boundary and on the BC. Okay, this is what we call as the method of fictitious points. Dirichlet BC, the value on the boundary for that variable will be known for the dependent variable, so that no equation is needed. Okay, at the end we will have if we have this Newman BCs, then we will have n plus nb or ODE systems. Okay, so n plus nb basically in here represent the number of the ODE that is required to be solved. Okay, and then we need to solve the ODEs. In most cases it will be stiff, so that we need to use an ODE 15s in MATLAB. Okay, it's also often sparse as well. The space discretizations here is the next one that we want to discuss in here. Basically everything is similar to the one on the week 9. Okay, where the space derivative are approximated with differences between grid points in space. The major difference is the discretization of convection terms. The convection terms cannot be treated in the same way as the first order derivative infinite difference method used in static PDE problems. Instead, the convection term in here is discretized upwind, meaning that it's approximated in the opposite of the flow direction. For example, a first order derivative can be approximated using a backward Euler approximation as shown in this expression below. Still on the discretization, for example, if we have a diffusion terms, then the second order diffusion term can be approximated by the same method in steady state problem. Center difference approximation looks like this. Okay, note that the diffusion terms can be of first order if the discretization is performed in cylindrical or spherical coordinates. Diffusion term in a sphere can be approximated below. So this one is the one that we want to approximate. Okay, that can be translated into these two terms in here. Okay, and then if we change them into the finite difference term, it will become this. So both parts in the diffusion term are approximated by the centered difference. Okay, so before I move into the example for this dynamic simulation of distributed model, I will stop the video for the first part here. Thank you for listening.